In today's video, 7,000 calorie binges and fat loss. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from Physique.com. Today's video, I want to break down a question I got, which has a little bit of detail to it, but it basically discusses how to handle like overeating during a fat loss phase. Or is that a sign for we should make an adjustment? And today's question, it comes from my Instagram direct message. So I've been seeing a lot of questions from you guys lately, and I love them. And as much as I wish I could reply to every single one of them, you know, I basically try to pick one question a day and put it out on the internet because it's my job to work with my clients, and my clients are going to be my first priority. And I realize that I can't reach everybody, but I still want to help you guys, and that's really the goal here. So I feel bad if I'm unable to answer your question as it comes in my DMs. But please keep asking them. That's really what this is about. And perhaps I can create a way to get more efficient over time and answer more of your questions. And for those that are looking for something to get them going to change their physique or work on their physique goals, I've created a 90-day transformation challenge. Now the sign-up period is 2 weeks long. Today is Wednesday, so you've got another week and a half to sign up. I'll put the link in the description below. I'm giving away $5,000, okay? And so you're getting a nutrition plan, a training plan, a cardio plan, and you're also getting private Facebook group where I've been in there messaging people directly. I'm gonna have all the coaches. We have 11 coaches at Physique. We're gonna be going in there doing videos. We'll probably do some live videos, answering questions. So we're gonna be really involved in that group. It's something that Physique as a whole is gonna take great pride in, and it's just my goal to reach more people, okay? So that's really the point of these videos, was that when I started making them, well, I was addressing my clients in emails, but I found that you guys were having some of the same questions that my clients were having, and not everybody needs a coach, right? So maybe I can just answer your question and you can move on. But let's start with today's question and then we'll address it. I started a dieting fat loss phase around last October, and I was around 182 pounds to begin with, and about a year and a half of lifting experience and with some decent muscle development. I also had a very active lifestyle, being a college student, 10,000 steps a day. I gradually brought down my calories, and today I'm at 2,300. I'm down to 170 pounds now and making good progress, and the visual changes are evident. However, I'm not exactly where I want to be. That is clearly visible abs and muscular definition. That being said, throughout the approximate 7 months I have dieted, I did have regular occasions where I had massive refeeds and cheat days of up to 6,000 to 7,000 calories. Right now, I'm at a point where I can do a few days on the 2,300 calories, but constantly having cravings, which most of the time turns to binges. Would now be a good time to take a diet break? If so, how long should my diet break be, and how exactly should I go about it? So you raise an interesting point, and I'm guessing at 170 pounds, you're getting close to that threshold where our physiological changes start to impact our ability to stick to a diet. Our motivation starts to wane, energy, focus, all start to have issues. And we start to question why we're even doing it, right? And this is where having a goal like a photo shoot, a wedding, a bodybuilding competition, a vacation, something that keeps you going really helps. And when people ask me what is the number one thing people need to get visible abs, there's no deadline for that, right? That's something that you can constantly be working on. And honestly, getting visible abs for different people can mean different levels of suffering. It's not the same level of suffering. Some people can get abs relatively easy. Some people have to go through hell just to get there. So maintaining those abs, if that's your goal, should be really the focus. And to do that, you need to create a sustainable approach. And honestly, if you're having a 6,000 or 7,000 calorie cheat day, you're basically wiping away a week's worth of work, because you know that's going to be more than 500 calories a day over your 2,300 calorie diet that you're on. So that deficit is basically being wiped out for that week and maybe even longer. But you've noticed something. You've noticed that you can only go a couple days on 2,300 calories. So here would be my suggestion, and this is something that I see with my leaner athletes as we're dieting down. I'll actually have them do 2, 3, 4 days in a pretty severe deficit, and then we'll do a refeed day. But a refeed day is not just a free-for-all, right? So if you're at 2,300 calories, you want to bring your calories up to a level that you feel satiated, that you feel full on. It might be 3,000, it might be 2,600, it might be 2,800. You know, a lot of that is determined by how you dieted down. If you were using refeeds throughout the process and tracking them, it's interesting that you tracked your days on 6,000 or 7,000 calories. And a lot of people will say, wow, I felt better the next day. But ultimately, if you're continuing to do that for long periods of time, you're going to go backwards. You're going to get into a place where you start to learn that you can really restrict and still overeat. And this is where you can actually get into some disordered eating. You're actually going to start to change your thinking over time. And a lot of people that come to me actually have this approach. They want to work their butts off and then they'll end up cheating. But while they're going off their diet, in the back of their mind, they're like, it's okay. I'll just do more cardio tomorrow. I'll just restrict calories more tomorrow. That is not a long-term healthy place to be for people that want to get to a great body composition and maintain it. So a diet break for you, sure, I think it would be a great idea. You didn't mention your cardio, but I would essentially cut your cardio in half if you're doing any. If you're just walking your 10,000 steps, I would keep that the same. But at 2,300 calories, you know, a diet break would probably only be 300 to 400 calories more. But the goal there would be to bring up the carbs and the fats and maintain weight for that week. That's how I would execute that, right? And the goal would be to set you up for the next week to go back to your previous diet of 2,300 calories. But I would start including a refeed day every 3, 4, or 5 days based on how your progress is going week over week. You need to be looking at, is the scale going down? Am I getting leaner? That is the only way you're gonna get to see visible six-pack abs. And if you feel like the motivation isn't there, if you're waking up and you're not excited, well, I might suggest you schedule a photo shoot. This is a great way to motivate yourself. Just reach out to a photographer, somebody you've seen on Instagram. Maybe it's somebody you know from school. Maybe you know somebody in the art program that is interested in taking pictures of physique athletes, and you say, hey, if I get in great shape, will you take some cool pictures of me in 3 months, in 4 months, in 12 weeks, whatever it might be, at the end of the Pro Physique 90-Day Transformation Challenge? Just saying. But the idea there is, hey, now we've got a tangible goal, a tangible date, a tangible deadline. And when those cravings hit, the power of that excitement is going to overpower them. That's what we experience when we get on a bodybuilding stage, right? When I know I'm getting on a bodybuilding stage, that goal trumps just about everything, especially when it comes to diet, especially when it comes to training and cardio. I'm not going to skip a cardio session. I'm not going to overeat because I know I'm only setting myself back up for that date. But when I had goals when I was younger of just like looking good and having abs, those goals are great. But when my friends would say, hey, let's go get a drink, I couldn't say, no, I want to have abs. My friends would smack me in the face, as they should have, and say, you're coming out with us. What's more important? Spending time with the boys or having abs, right? So you have to set the goal up so that you can give yourself a reason to do that, right? And if you have a photo shoot, it's really easy. If you have a bodybuilding show, it's very easy to go, hey guys, I'm doing this transformation challenge. I got a photo shoot coming up. I got a bodybuilding show. And then people will buy into it. Yeah, that's awesome. And you'll even buy into it. So setting up yourself for success, I would say, is about finding that next goal and then finding the right refeed approach for you. Because obviously a 2,300 calorie diet, you can't be having 6,000 or 7,000 calories, okay, when you're doing a refeed. I would try to keep it 300 or 400 calories over that number and see how you respond, see how you do. Keep your foods to high volume foods so your satiety level goes up, okay? Even if you bump up your protein a little bit, that's fine. The idea is that you set yourself up to continue that deficit and you give yourself something to look forward to. This is where cheat meals or free meals come in, but I wouldn't suggest a cheat meal or a free meal bumping your calories so far out of range that you're setting yourself back for a week. A free meal could be just something that you don't track, something that you crave. Maybe on Friday night, you know you're getting your sushi and your piece of cheesecake, and that gets you through some grinding days, right? You can push a little harder because you know that's coming up. But I would still try to fit that meal into a relatively normal day. You wouldn't want to turn it into a cheat fest where you just go out all day binging and, like you said, having 6,000 or 7,000 calories and basically wiping out all the work you did for, I don't know, maybe a week or two. All right, hopefully this answers your question, my friend. I hope you guys are having a great day. Link below for the Transformation Challenge, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.